What up? What up? Had a little bit of time today. Chilling. Actually, I'm gonna work my fucking ass off. It's in the oven. Creating something from thin air is not as easy as it seems. Welcome to the world class. I am Nova. We got Mario Tunica Bay, Morse America, Mossum, consecrated and appointed missionary, Morse Sons, Temple, America. And today, I just want to go live a little bit. I was fucking thinking about editing some videos, and I was like, bro, I'm tired of looking at this damn computer screen. I'm between this PC and the damn laptop. But I was kind of doing some type of pre-record the other day, and I seen a StreamYard did some adjusting. So I wanted to test, actually. I wanted to see if I can actually hear the audio if I go to a link, because that will make things much easier. Because at the moment I would have to do a live or video. I got to record what I want, go through all of that. When you record people's shit, you got to give them the credit, and it makes it longer for the edit and the upload and all that other shit. So, shout out to Red Lipstick 5. the CEDES, BMU that hopped up. They had a great live just now. I was gonna go on at the same time that they were on, but I seen they were on. I was like, oh well, let me hop up there and see what they doing. Push mines back. I ain't really had nothing. Well, I mean, there's a couple of things I could look at and bring up. It's like a lot of things I can bring up. There's never no shortage of stuff to look at and go over. I do not know what's going on with the YouTube drama. I don't really care. I don't choose not to participate. Um, but as always, if y'all got some shit y'all want me to take a look at while I try to practice this, to see if y'all can actually hear um, any of these videos that I'm gonna try to play, that will help. I could do way more lives, or I can just hop on and play a video because I skip all the intros and all that, and just get straight to it, knock it out, get it done, keep it pushing. Yeah. So I'm just saying, what's up? I had commented on Brownie Ellie picture. Shout out to her. She was like, "Where you been?" I was like, "Damn, I didn't really think about it. I've been in these streets. I've been on channels, but I guess like if you're not posting, it's like you ain't. Where the fuck is you at? Because everybody not gonna see where you at, even though I put it on my community tab. Anywhere I be at, or if I'm in a chat, if I'm modding in somebody's chat, if I'm hopping on a stream with somebody, if they got the ability to share, I'll stream it here too. I'm gonna start making more thumbnails, but I do want to test that out. I sent. I had watched a really good live. I'm sorry, a good video. I want to see if I can freaking play it. So I'm gonna turn this music down to see if y'all can hear. Because I was thinking my inability to play a video or a website that has sound is being prevented by maybe something in my settings. Because I had the capability before. I don't know what the fuck I did. Mainly through OBS. That was the whole point of doing the OBS, so I can get the sound. Now I got all these fucking flashy pictures and not the sound, and it's like that defeated the whole purpose. I had to strip everything down, start from scratch, and figure out what I'm doing wrong, what's going on. But if this has the ability to play it, that would be great. I don't want to. Why am I even looking at that? What a video I just played. Is that it? Yeah, this is it. This is it right here. Let me try to bring this up. Let me attempt. Okay. Perfect timing. Did I not put the fucking? I don't know what that in on my. I know y'all probably was thrown off by the thumbnail. I seen this, right? I seen this picture. I was like, that looked like a good thumbnail. But it don't look like a good thumbnail for my channel, but it looked like a good thumbnail. And I was like, let me make it. And then I made it, and I just use it for this. It's because reasons. All right, hold on. Let's do this real fast. For those that are listening, that's free. If you can hear this, please put a 1 in the chat.
Business has been going great. We've grown so much, so fast.
Yeah, till today.
Let me see.
He probably set the platform.
Just like he said, that's what a leader is. You want to try another question? What do you think?
Well, I want to tell you this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this because we're sitting together. But,
Okay.
we're getting into the mob movies a little bit, and then we'll get into this.
If y'all can hear that, please hit 1 or something in the chat, please.
I will say this. In The Bronx Tale,
Yeah.
the role of Sonny that you played,
Right.
now I know this, I'm speaking from experience
Yeah.
and from knowledge,
Right.
was
Cool.
probably, there's two people that I really admire and look up to in those roles. The role of Sonny that you played in The
Right.
Bronx Tale, brilliant. You
Oh,
nailed
thanks.
it, Chaz, like I'm telling
Listen, she said, shout out to you. Appreciate you. She said, is it clear? Can you hear it? Is it like really low? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Could be a little bit louder.
on you. And then, of course, I'm on DeSante when he did Gotti back in
Brilliant.
1996.
Right.
But you
I'm gonna check one
were
second.
the leader that I would have followed back then. Just the way you presented it yourself, the way you spoke, the knowledge
this,
that came out of you.
Right.
You inspired.
The title of this is Strong Men Are Dangerous, but Weak Men Are More Dangerous. And there's a lot of things you pick up in the hood, and this is the one of the biggest things. It's not the biggest thing, to be honest. It's not the biggest thing. I mean, we all talk about men and dangerousness. You would think things that would be like the peak. There's a couple of things a little bit more important, but I forgot exactly when he says it. I think it is around this right here. What he's thinking. He gets into it. So this guy on the left is actually like a real wise guy, and you know who this is. This is one of the best actors in the Italian actors in the game, and yeah, it was some. He just gave game on this, man. This was dope. I didn't even finish listening to it. I had got full. I'm like, man, this is yeah. She's gonna appreciate it. She's clear, kind of low. I just turned my phone up. Appreciate it. Yeah, this works. Cause I couldn't hear it. Nobody could hear anything before. So whatever little update they did, I guess it wasn't on mine. It got me feeling like I'm crazy. Cause I don't think I did anything from the time it worked to the time it stopped working. I don't know what the fuck that shit was about. And I don't know why this does this. Like, why does it not fill the whole fucking screen up? Is it solely because I'm streaming out? All right, whatever. We'll go right here.
There's no better time to shop at Haverty's because right now everything's on sale. That means this.
I don't even know
Well, I'm very
what that fucking store is. Let me put the fair use and shit on. All right, fair use. This is strong men. Strong men are dangerous, but weak men are more dangerous. I think it's named Palminteri and Franzese. Franzese, I think, is the actor. This is on their channel. Okay. They have the channel. All right. I'll just put the link in the thing. Just put it in the description. Not it be. Oh shit. I'm fucking up. I'm doing that ready, fire, aim shit where you just do it right away instead of just waiting, because procrastination is a bitch and it will eat your children. So ready, fire, aim, do the shit right now. Don't procrastinate. Gotta have all the success principles going on right now. Can't waver. Bam, go to center. The joint. I enjoyed this. Enjoy listening to this. Kind of explain why I do shit the way I do. Why I be snapping on these niggas, because these little weaklings, these little shittards that are the problem. So I call them shittards or fucktards. That's what I call them. They retarded and they fuck niggas. So I call them fucktards.
excited. You know, Chaz and I have been around the block a few times, I would say.
Yes.
And throughout our years, and you know, both on the street, off the street, we gained a lot of knowledge and experience. And I'll tell you this, you know, Chaz, my dad always told me, Sonny Franzese, many of you know who he is. My dad always told me, or tried to teach me, that money is power in life. And to a degree, I believe that. You know, you have money, you know, you get around the right people, you can buy your way into things. It is power. But what I really learned, Chaz, is that knowledge is power.
That's right.
Because you're not going to make money unless you have knowledge.
Yeah, I got pause right there. See, I 100% agree with that. Chaz, yeah, is the acting. Francis is the ex-mobster. Facts. Yes, I didn't know. I never knew the guy's name. I never knew his name. You know the actor we look at? I never knew his name. He playing a lot of movies I like though. Yeah. He just cleared it up. Francis is the mobster, the AKA wise guy. How you say his name? Palminteri. Maybe it's Terry. Palminteri, I guess. He'll say it. Yeah, you that's a fact, man. They'll tell us that, and then I have to defer from that. Like, okay, sure, you can purchase people that got the knowledge. You can hire people that got the knowledge, and so you will make you think that money got the power. I think it's one of the famous things about Henry Ford. He was being, I think he had to go to court because the guy was saying he couldn't read, or he sued the guy or something like that. But he mentioned that, you know, I can push a button, I can have people with your degrees in my office in a second. So yeah, man, knowledge does supersede money, and I tell people this because the laws dictate the money. I don't know why people be like, hey, we got to get financially literate. No, you need to be literate, and you need to know how the laws are, because the laws dictate the money. The laws tell you what you can do with your money. The laws dictate the taxes. It dictate the fees. It dictates the costs, transportation costs and shit like that. So the laws precede the money. You need to know the law if you really want to know the money. So money can't be real power. Knowledge would have to be the power. And then we already know the saying, right? Applied knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is power. So I'm with him. I'm with him for most of what he said. Now I love the correction though. You know what I'm saying? And then also though, look at this. He loved his dad. His dad told him something, but he was willing to, I'll say, deviate or expand from what his dad taught him. You know what I'm saying? We got to be willing to take the wisdom from the elders, but also be looking to push it forward. That's a big thing about my life. It's like I'll get wisdom from elders. But I'm gonna press the envelope, and I'll be willing to like, okay, cool. The person I learned from, they were old. I appreciate that, but at the end of the day, I found somebody a little smarter, a little wiser, and I have no problems going with the smarter, wiser thing. I think that's actually the best way to honor them. It's like you're giving me something valuable so I can take it to the next level because I'm the new blood. I'm the young legs. And that's what you want us to do. So that's one of the main ways you honor the older generation. So I like that part.
Exactly.
And the proof is out there. Every successful person out there, unless they won the lottery, we don't include that.
Right.
And they usually don't have enough knowledge to keep it. They usually blow it.
Right. 85% of the people who win the lottery are broke in 5 years.
Exactly. But knowledge really is power. And, as a result of that, I think throughout our years, not only our experience gave us knowledge, but we sought it in other ways. I know you're an avid reader, read
Yes.
a lot of books. I'll be honest with you, I don't read a lot of books, but I like to take nuggets out of the books when I hear about something.
That's all you need.
And so throughout the years, we've accumulated a lot of knowledge that we want to share with all of you.
Right. And come at it as a double perspective, in an intellectual way and also a street way.
Absolutely.
And that's what makes our show unique. We're coming at you with two different perspectives.
See, that's what make me unique. I got both of them. They like to say, people with the book smarts don't have the street smarts. And then people with the street smarts don't have the book smarts. And the thing that make me doubly unique is that book smarts came from corresponding information and books I paid for. I wouldn't follow nobody's bullshit ass curriculum that don't make sense. And not only did I get books on what I wanted to know, I got books on how to know. That's why I freely talk about etymology, and I have an actual dictionary that I purchased with my own money. I'm not just looking online. Actual old books that I got. So they hate that. They hate applicable information, and that's really what it becomes when you get book smarts and you know how it actually works out here on the streets. Like that's a different type of knowledge, bro. It's a weapon, and they don't want you putting those two things together. That's why you see on YouTube, even in these streets, you got the hood niggas beefing with the suburban niggas when we supposed to be coming together. Now I'm one person that's both. I'm welcome in both places. I got both information freely. I come and go freely. So it's nothing to me. All it is to me is just what's accurate and what's not accurate. If it's not accurate, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if it's hood shit. I don't care if it's bougie shit. I don't care. It's right or it's not right. The hood versus the suburbs, what do you want to call it? Scholastic environment, academic environment, that environment is no difference to me like a rainy day or a sunny day. It's just the environment. It's just the temperature. Don't care. I still got to go to the store either way. Still got to shit and piss either way. I still got to stop at the red light. It doesn't really make a difference to me. What matters is the facts and the truth. What makes sense. Now, in an academia world, there's a way to articulate points. And in the hood world, there's a way to articulate points. And then, like they say, when in Rome, I'm going to adapt to the environment. And that is really what the danger is when you can adapt irrespective of the environment. You're the most dangerous thing walking around. That's the number one ability, is to be able to adapt regardless of what goes on. You're always a weapon. You always have a way. And that's a problem, because always being a weapon or always having a way. And here's where you become a super threat, is when you go, I always have a way to make it. I can always get it done. And I can accept that the way is there. The only mantra I got is there's always, 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 always a way. If you can accept that their way is there, you just might die before you get there. If you can accept that, then there's no limitations on you. That means you don't have any type of wavering in your faith. The way is there. I just might die before I get there. I just might. It's a good chance. Then you just clear to think. That, all of that right there is directly contradicting to the satanic goal. The satanic goal is hopelessness. Hopelessness. For there to be no way for you to continue to exist. Welcome to the God tier level of knowledge. We're going to deal with the best of the best on both sides. The devil's main goal, evil's main goal, satanic mantras is hopelessness. When you take a mindset to be completely counter to that, or to take the corresponding defense from that, to know that there's always a way, you got to develop that type of mindset. I got the street knowledge and the book knowledge to give my opponent, the devil, satanic, hopelessness. You can't negotiate with me. You can't run that bullshit in front of me. I don't care if it's a cute girl. I don't care if it's a nigga you think I'm a friend with. I don't give a fuck if it's Saturday. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it was my outfit. You can't run the bullshit in front of me because I know both of you. I'm too familiar. And to the point where it's no such thing as book smarts to me or street smarts to me. It's just the truth. It's not the truth. It's worthy. And I don't even deal with the truth like that no more. You're either worthy or you're not worthy. It's worthy or it's not worthy. You know I use that because that's one of the most sensitive words for myself coming up and for people, period. Are you worthy or are you not? At the end of the day, 100% of people that survive are going to come to my language. That's why I start here. You're worthy or you're not worthy. You're good enough or you're not good enough. This information is sufficient or it's not sufficient. If it's not sufficient, it's not for me. I'm not wasting my time. It's not rocket science. You become a complete threat when you have both of them. BOFFUM. Love this conversation. He about to really get into the meat of what he's explaining. Because this is why I snap on these dudes the way I do. Because I know the weaklings, the people that will never get what I just explained. Because it doesn't matter what you hear. Like, you can hear it, but you got to live it. That's what the thing I had to learn when I'm listening to all those audio books, reading those books. It don't matter how much information you take in. What are you doing with it? How are you applying it? Or do you suck at it? Do you not suck at it? Like, what's going on? You need to get real intel on what you're doing. Real-time application on your relationship with the knowledge or the information or wisdom that you have. Can you do this? Can you not do that? If you don't get that, man, you're wasting your time. You're pissing in the wind. You got to go apply it. Ready, fire, aim. Get the information, take it to the field. Take it to the field, see how it works. You'll be lucky that right place, right time, you'll be able to apply it. It'll apply to the situation. Somebody will be there. It'll be an opportunity to use it right away, or it may take a couple months. Who knows? But take it to the field immediately. So you're not pissing in the wind and gassing yourself.
You know what, Chaz? Honestly, I spent a little over 20 years on the street.
Right.
And I think the knowledge that I gained on the street was so beneficial for me in later years because it taught me how to deal with people.
Right.
It taught
Amen.
me how to recognize powerful people and differentiate them from insecure people.
The ability to identify that's one of the best things I've learned coming from where I come from, is be able to see who's who and who's not. Who's pretending to be a nigga that's like that and who's not. So I'm not acting like you a threat and you're not. I'm not wasting my energy, bro. You ain't about none of that shit. That's what people be worried about. When I start talking, I know if you're about that shit and you're not. You can't hide from me because you close your eyes and saturate your senses with your feelings. That's not how that works. I see you.
It taught me, you know what I always believed? I believed that strong men are dangerous. You know what I really found out? Weak men are more dangerous.
Absolutely.
And power in the hands of weak men is more dangerous.
Amen.
So many of these things that I learned, I've been able to apply it to my life later on.
Right.
And I know
We gotta hear that. We gotta hear that again.
people and
Gotta hear that again.
differentiate them from insecure people. It taught me, you know what I always believed? I believed that strong men are dangerous. But you know what I really found out? Weak men are more dangerous.
Absolutely.
And power in the hands of weak men is more dangerous.
Amen.
And so many of these things that I learned, I've been able to apply it to my life later on.
Right.
And I know you know, I kind of went the wrong way for a while, but you were around the same kind of people.
Right.
And fortunately, you made the right decisions and went the right way and, you know, had a tremendous career as a result.
And let me just back up for a second. I mean, that part there, man, is just, it knocks it out the park, because that's what's going on in the hood every day. That's going on everywhere. You got, what makes you a weak man? A guy that can't control himself. I look at a guy that can't control his health, that can't control his mouth, that can't control his house. You're a weakling. You got these chumps, fat, skinny, wheezing, phlegm coming out of their chest, phlegm coming out of their mouth, trying to hold another male accountable when you don't even add up. You don't make sense. It's just crazy to me. Those are the dudes that are into, it's like the chicks we talk about all the time. Those are the motherfuckers that be envying you, be worried about what you're doing, trying to find a way to copy, and when they fail, because they're not focused on the right shit, they fuck you over in a heartbeat. Pretend to be your friend. All of this clown shit. It's weak niggas that are the most dangerous. I said this. I don't know if I said this on Facebook. I don't know if I said this in a previous slide. I probably did. The hundreds of them by now. The most dangerous thing in the world is a covert male. I said this for years, I think. The most dangerous shit in the world is a covert male. A male that will go about shit covertly. Smile to your face and then run up on you and shoot you in the back of your face, in the back of your head. They the most dangerous motherfuckers. They get everybody. Because you be letting your guard be down. They sitting there watching you and stalking you. Because they don't got nothing to look at in their life. There's nothing going on in their shit. Their shit is not spectacular. So all they got to do is look at yours. You look at yours, you look at theirs. What's more presentable? Who put more care in their presentation, you or them? So they got to keep looking at theirs. Let's keep shit a bean. Let's just do it like that. Let's keep shit a bean. Oh, okay. Let me see. How do I switch this out? Oh, fuck it. Let's just do it. Either way, I don't feel like going through all that. It's too much new shit. Males that he's talking about in their video, and I think I shared it. Let me look. Make sure I share this. Did I share it? No, I don't think I brought it up here. Yeah. Here, we'll do this. Make sure I share it so you guys can check out the whole thing. I'm only gonna play like a little bit more of it. I'll clip it up, make a video out of it, and go from there. Let me see. Bam. Type of guys that he's talking about, man, can cause catastrophes. You recognize these males, and when discipline is not coming out of their mouth, you can't see it in their face, you can't see it in their speech, you don't see it in their life, and suffer no delusions. Disciplined men talk about being disciplined. We bring it up. I don't talk about nothing. When I'm talking about myself, I trash these people in debates. I say I'm 37. I never drank a day in my life. Never smoked. No tattoos. No criminal record. Never tried a drug a day in my life. Never wore my pants off my ass. Been vegan since 2012. I haven't drank. I drank tap water since I think 2009. Stopped watching TV in 2007, 2008. No, 2007. Stopped watching TV and stopped listening to the radio since 2007. Disciplined men talk about discipline. The nigga that's not disciplined is dangerous. The nigga that's not disciplined is weak. You are disciplined or you're not a man. Guys need to understand that shit. Keep having these guys around. Keep having these motherfuckers around you, bro. Yeah, and they don't mean you no good because you know they don't, because they don't mean themselves no good. If they did, they would take better care of themselves and the people around them, and they don't. They fuck you over in a heartbeat. Yeah, man, I love this. I appreciated this shit, man. This shit at home. I'm not subscribed. I should be subscribed. I subscribe now. I thought I hit that shit earlier. Yeah.
But we both had, which is great. We both knock on wood, we've had great careers. I mean, I did go the right way, but I kept going back and forth for a bunch of times when I was very young. But I knew that the right way was the only way because obviously my parents were like, you got to do this the right way. And then everybody, obviously, we saw Bronx Tale, which was my life. You know, once after that my first 18 years and my father, we moved, I knew my father was right, that unless you do the right thing, good things are not going to happen. And that's why we're doing our show. We want to share our knowledge, what we've learned, to the people out there.
Yeah, and I think in this day and age, look, we're facing different challenges in our country and in the world today than we
Right.
did back in our day, I think. And I noticed there's so many young men, and I know you probably get this too because you have a successful podcast, come to me for advice.
Right.
Michael, how do I deal with this? How did you make a comeback? How do you deal with this situation? How are you working out with people?
And these is questions you're supposed to be able to ask your dad, but you can't because child alienation is a epidemic, pandemic, all endemics. Asking a reform gangster versus asking your own dad.
So many people are looking for advice from
Yeah.
people that have been there and done that.
Which ain't bad. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And the thing about us, Michael, which I think is really good for the people to know, especially you, more than me, like Rudolf Steiner, who I do a lot of reading about,
Mm.
who was actually the creator of anthroposophy, which is a study, of a science of spiritual science. He said that the people who go through the skin of the dragon, that come out the other side, are the best people to listen to.
Mm.
And obviously, we've both been through the skin of the dragon. You've been really through. I mean, you did years in solitude,
Mm-hmm.
and you spent 8 years in the joint. I mean, that's really learning something from going through the skin of the dragon and coming out and speaking about that. I mean, you've noticed if you go to a drug center, the people who talk to everybody are ex-addicts because they've been through the skin of the dragon.
Right. People that's actually been through the shit. Like, who are you listening to? Listening to somebody with actual responses to actual situations, or you listen to a person that's into theory and idealism. You never did it. You feel successful being safe. You feel successful, but you're not. Everybody's so creative.
So what the people are getting from us is people who have knowledge and people who've been through the street
Hmm.
and approaching it a different way. And that's what our show is about. Our show is about doing that. We're going to take the great books, and we're going to give you our take on the ideas of what they say. Maybe we should start off. What is our first book, Michael?
Yeah, one of the first books that I read way back when was a book that Lee Iacocca wrote
Yeah,
when he was a chairman of Chrysler,
Chrysler.
and
Yeah,
how he
Yeah, I like this story. Hold on. So well, listen to this and then we probably gonna shut this down.
brought Chrysler back to life. Yeah, one of the first guys that I really took a liking to and I really got a lot of knowledge from when I
Right.
was younger was Lee Iacocca.
right.
And, he's the guy that brought Chrysler back.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
a brilliant guy. And the first book I read was really a business book. But he's written several books, and one of them that he wrote was Where Have All the Leaders Gone? And
Wow.
I really enjoyed it because I think there is a dearth, a lack of leadership in this country. I think, you know what, Chaz? People think that because you're in a position of power or because you're a boss or you're a supervisor that you're a leader.
Mm,
And that's not always true. I believe a leader is only a real leader when people willingly want to follow that person.
yes.
That's when you know he's got the characteristics of a leader where you'll follow him into the foxhole. This is the guy you want. So people mistake. You could be a boss. And I tell you what, I learned that in my former life. There was people in power there that I wouldn't want to follow them across the street.
Exactly.
I had to listen to them because they were my boss, they were my supervisor, but I didn't see leadership qualities in them.
Absolutely. I mean, this is classic. This is classic. And we're going to do the book of Machiavelli, The Prince.
Mhm.
What he always said, is it better to be loved or feared? A lot of people, they're bosses because you're afraid of them.
Yeah.
We can name a whole bunch of people who were wise guys, who were bosses, and they really weren't great leaders.
Not at all.
It's just like they weren't leaders, they were bosses. It's two different things. A leader is someone where a leader has to galvanize. I'm a director, okay? When I direct a movie, you have all these people, you have millions of dollars that every day that you have to worry about, and you have these people that have to work for you. You have to, every morning, you have to galvanize them to can't wait to come to work, can't wait to do the right thing, that you cannot wait to give their ideas and make the project better. But if you go in there and you don't want to hear anybody's idea, whether you're a boss on the street or whether you're a director or just a boss in the office, you have to make people want to work for you. Because in the end, you think because they're afraid of you, you're getting away with it.
Mhm.
But in the end, as soon as you are out of the picture, or as soon as you step away from them and they know you're not here anymore, or they know you took a vacation, they'll stab you, they'll fuck you somehow. They'll do it. They'll do it. But if someone really cares, and they're doing it for you, they'll make sure they're prepared to do the best work.
Oh, absolutely. And what you just said, about love or fear.
I
learned one thing. I think love is more important because in my former
some stab you.
Mhm.
But in the end, as soon as you want to work for you, because in the end, you think because they're afraid of you, you're getting away with it.
Mhm.
But in the end, as soon as you are out of the picture, or as soon as you step away from them and they know you're not here anymore, or they know you took a vacation, they'll stab you, they'll fuck you somehow. They'll do it. They'll do it. But if someone really cares, they're doing it for you, they'll make sure they're prepared to do the best work.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Yeah, man, that was it. That was it for me. I just had this shit on after that. I was like, bro, this nigga speaking fire. This nigga's just speaking fire, bro. Flat out, this is what happens. If you don't got people that want to get the job done, they don't necessarily have to do it for you. But if they're not here for the cause, if they don't believe in the cause, if they don't see something in it for them, they'll fuck you over in a heartbeat. That's why I ask a lot of questions. Ask questions because just asking questions weed out people. Because if you're here for something more than just to tick for tat with me, you got something to say. I think a guy named was Zig Ziglar. I listened to him when I was like very young. I think 20. It's one of my early information I used to take in to help, with self-development. He told a story about a guy that worked on a railroad. He started the same time as another dude. They both started the same day. 10 years later, the guy he was talking to, he was like a manager or something like that. And the other guy was like the vice president of the company. He said, well, if both of you, Zig Ziglar was actually, he said, if both of you started to work at the same time, how did he end up being a vice president and you end up just, being a regular manager still here? He said, well, when we started, I went to work for, $3.50. That's why I came to work on the railroad. The other guy, he said, well, what's the difference between you and him? He said, well, I went to work for $3.50. He went to work for the railroad. He wanted to see the railroad be built. And those are the type of people you look for, people that are actually after the cause that really want to be here. Like, I don't know no cop that, I grew up wanting to write tickets my whole life. But they all say the same thing. Yeah, I just want to make a difference. I want to save people. I doubt it. I doubt that's the reason. They'll fuck you on the back. Man, what he said, that first part that he said, you can think you're getting away with it. With that boss shit, everybody want to be a boss, bitch. But the second your back is turned, they sharpening a knife, picking a spot where they gonna put it at. You know what I mean? He spoke about the fact that he thinks it's a lack of leadership in this country. And I don't like to hear that, because I think the leadership is there. I think it's more so the value system. Value system is just not there. The people that need to be led value followers. I think that's the problem. You got people that need a leader, but they want to be the boss. You know what I mean? Everybody thinks they can be the boss. And I just, like my mentor told me, he said, you got to learn how to be a great number 2 before you can be a great number 1. And I'm not seeing it. I don't think people would actually want to take the time out to learn how to do the right thing the right way the first time, because you're trying to compete with a feeling or a fantasy that don't exist. You cost yourself a lot of time, man. Fuck the money, the time, man. Ain't no place you can go and get 5 hours from. Let me just add 5 hours to how much time I got left on Earth. Ain't no way you can do that. But people just like to blow our fucking time like it's okay. I look at this shit different. Mentors and leadership. Thankfully, I had a good mentor. He said, man, listen, we reach our goals by standing on the books we read. And this is when he closed me. I said this before plenty of times. He said, reading books is like time travel. It's like time travel. He said, yeah, it's like time travel. He said, if it took somebody 60 years to come up with this living experience, these right answers, and you can get it in 2 weeks, you just travel 60 years in 2 weeks. I'm like, bro, yeah, I'm in. I'm trying to get and accumulate as much living experience in the shortest amount of time possible. Everybody want to be the guy. Everybody want to be number 1 no matter what. Everybody want to feel like I can do anything that I heard anybody do just because I heard it. It's not how that works. It don't work like that. It's a lot of people need a leader. So I don't think there's less leaders. This is a big planet that's been here for a long time. I don't think this planet has a problem producing leaders. I think the value system is so piss poor and so misdirected that you got people that need leaders. They're not looking for them. Everybody think they can do it themselves, just like children. I don't need no help. I can do this by myself. You're 7. Shut up. Have a seat. You know what I mean? Like this, it's not happening. You can't drive nowhere. You're short. You can't even reach the counter. You couldn't reach the goals if it was by your elbow. And that's what's going on nowadays. So, but yeah, it's the craft. Leadership is a craft. A lot of us have been working on it. I think people have a misconception on what leadership really is. It's not this big grandiose thing. The root word is lead, getting you from point A to point B. That's it. You don't gotta like me. I don't gotta like you. I don't gotta be your friend. You don't gotta be my friend. You don't gotta wear the t-shirt. I'm good. Going from point A to point B. That's it. That's leadership. It's not rocket science. And it's just that point A to point B is worthy, and it's not easy. And everybody not gonna want to check in for that. Everybody ain't gonna want to do the work. Leadership is work. Work and worthy start with the same letters for a reason. You can get the W, or it's up to you. Yes, I appreciate y'all coming through. See, the time I had hopped on with Mr. She said, Mr. She said, what it says, I should say the says this quicker. And realistic vibes. It wouldn't be the time I hopped on, but they had a good conversation. She had things prepared, so I was like, I'm gonna hop over there because I ain't got nothing prepared. I just wanted to test it and see if people heard. Mr. She said she could hear it, and so that's cool. So in the future, we'll be doing more lives because like I said in the past, I've had to record the clip, modify it so it's transformative, etc., etc. It's safer that way, to be honest. I haven't had any problems or troubles than like playing a video and website. not knowing if that shit it's gonna go against, you know, YouTube policy or whatever. But people be coming up like, oh, did you see so and so? Like, all right, we can just hop up and look at it. I do not want to do any fucking Fight Club reactions or no fucking fatty reactions. So they shitting what they got going on over there. To be honest, I'm not interested. All the beef. Shout out to Hank and all that. But yeah, I'm good. But you know, it's welcome. So we'll be able to do that over here. People can actually hear it. If not, I mean, I'll listen to this again and listen to that part and see if it's dope. But that was my main reason of being inspired to go live today, was to check in with y'all. Saying "Hey yo" in my Poppy Blanco voice. You know how you come to the chat and put "Hey yo" and shit. So shout out to bro. Yeah, I think I'm about to go rock out with my little boy a little bit. And we had a great day yesterday. School is out. Full-fledged dadding. I get them to learn. Got like that. I say like my dad said to me, I'm about to learn him something. I was like, what the fuck that mean? My dad's from Michigan. He's from Detroit. So, you know, they got that Midwest lingo over there. I'm from Baltimore, the first Southern state. Well, in Maryland, first Southern state. So I slang a little different. But yeah, this is cool, man. I'm glad that this works now. At least for me. I haven't fucking did any of my damn clips. I'm playing all my damn clips right now.
Well, that means that you can barely hear the truth. So who has the problem here? Who has the problem?
I really miss my clips. I haven't played it. I haven't been here so long. I didn't even know the music would play through the clips. That's crazy. I thought it was stuck. That's what's up.
Very poor choice of words.
Why would we do that?
This is like shit I don't even think I've ever played this shit while I was live. I don't know where Jenny at.
Look, nobody's saying they don't appreciate what Jenny did.
Yeah, nigga, we back. We back. I'm gonna be petty, but we're just gonna let this ride.
He may not agree with me. I know I be getting on OT nerves. I be seeing him. He be like,
Hey Tommy, this for you.
Do it light skin face. Hey, do it light skin face. Hey, do it light skin face. Hey, do it light skin face.
What I do best. I took your little plan and I turned it on itself.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
Get the fuck off my phone, bitch.
BMU took my Kevin Hart clip.
What's going on?
Get him
I heard
off
you
the
say.
line. I didn't know if you knew this.
No, I'm just asking you what's going on.
Then
I get
you
that.
get
I
there.
don't know why you're not listening to me.
No hair.
Back up for a second. I just want to get clarity. You hear what you're saying out loud, bro?
So like if the audio was good, the live that I wanted to do, the two lives that I wanted to do, I think let me see. Red left, let me see if you before you bounce out. I'm about to bounce too. It's a spare moment type of thing. Can you hear this realistic vibe? How well can you hear this?
About love or fear.
On a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being horrible, 10 being the best, what would you rate the sound quality?
You know, I learned one thing. I think love is more important because in my former life, what happened in that life, you know, everybody will look at John Gotti destroyed the life. It's not true, Chaz. John Gotti did not destroy the life.
Right.
Joe Colombo destroyed the life. No, he didn't. Listen, you know, maybe they made mistakes along the way.
Yes.
We all did. We all made mistakes.
Absolutely.
You know, being high profile in life is a mistake.
That is awesome. Great. So you said a 9? Oh, that's cool then, because I've been like the one person that haven't been able to have a sound when I play like whatever. Play okay, cool. So I'm gonna listen to it too, but I'll definitely take your word for it. Okay, cool. This is what's up. They usually be taking me for all these lives I've done is because I've had to fucking record the shit and edit it, render it. You know what I'm saying? What do they call it? Export on some of y'all editor, and then play the shit on here and play it as a video. So that I can do more lives now if I have stuff I want to pull from here. It's good. Thank you. Appreciate it. None. It's good. It helps. Appreciate that. All right. Yeah, this is mission accomplished. Got up there, have a dope conversation with you and the CEDES. Got to get that checked out. Don't mind my thumbnail. I'll probably end up changing that thumbnail. I just wanted to make that thing. Hold on. Let me see. That's my guy. So we got to include the nerds. The nerds think we hate them. We don't hate them. We just think y'all nerds. That's all. It's my new. This my new thing nowadays. We're gonna get into these discussions. Working on my thumbnail game. Getting better. BHDA. You know what I mean? All right. Hold on real quick. Yeah. We're just working on things over here. Don't look like it, but I'm working. But I'm actually working on some other things that I started way before YouTube, and it just requires a lot of attention. I gave YouTube a lot of attention because I wanted to. You know what? The reason I pushed to do YouTube is because, like, the reason I pushed is because I really wanted to see if I could fucking get monetized with the way I talk. I didn't think it was possible because I've been got the list of like shadow ban words. I got it a while ago, and I'm like, nigga, I say fucking good 60% of these motherfucking words. So I hit the 1,000, and then I was monetized the next day. I was like, wow, okay, all right, cool. Because the views not high, but the watch hours is abnormal, super abnormal. I got 4,000 like super fast, which is cool. But you know, I made it my business to try to weed out people and push people away that didn't belong, and I don't regret it. I like the people that be around. I'm thankful for the motherfuckers that's gone, stay gone, die, whatever you got to do with yourself. I really do rock with the people that's still around, and you know, hit me up on IG, hit me up on the phone and everything. Y'all dope as fuck. Some good people. And Facebook. I used to just be on freaking Facebook. Like, they still around, still share my shit, still unbox me, still hit me up. So I've really valued my people filter. I think that's one of the best things I've developed. From, you know, things like I showed today, that concept of knowing who's who, I think that's the best thing I learned about the streets, is seeing who's who to worry about, who not to worry about. It's definitely played an incredible role on how to pick people. And then, you know, growing up, being willing to be wrong, being willing to hurt, you know, be hurt. Because before I would just hurt you. But it's fun. I like it. Yeah, it's my God Goku. We going to God tier now. Get the thought level up to the genius level. I've been saying that the entire time. And I always say respect the craft, but you have to understand that from God's perspective, your body is the craft. Your mind is the craft. So be respectful of your body, be respectful of your mind, in addition to your passion, your career. You know, you got to respect the craft, your art. You know what I mean? That's what we need to be busy in. More people need to spend their energy on your craft, getting something about you to that God level, to that God tier. And God is not that word that you should be shy of. God is actually a verb. It means to invoke. You know what I mean? Getting the best part of you to the level that you're supposed to be at. Whatever part of you that's God, implement that. So my ability to see, that's my gift, it's beyond me. That's how I know where it come from. You know what I mean? I see stuff and I'm like, I don't even know how I see it. It's like I see it and I know instantly. So, and it's interesting that even in like you're watching, like you're looking at the screen, that's Goku. So Goku has been pushed into he got God powers now, right? So I know if like the anime, or like I watch anime, or I watch cartoons, or I watch a movie, or I watch some of these YouTube things. I know that the occultists are trying to tell you something through the movies. That's why I love Revolver. They're trying to communicate through the movies. You know what I'm saying? That's why I talk about the initiated a lot, because you know what to look for. Like I said the other day I forgot what stream it is. You can't hide from people that know what to look. The other side of that is when you know what to look for, you can get certain messages. And like, so a show we grew up watching. I'm 37, so I mean, I think that came out in Dragon Ball came out in like the 90s. So I grew up watching this my whole life. I mean, I also got a picture of me up there, whatever. But I just seen this look. I'm like, that's how we looking at these niggas out here in the streets. That's how we looking at these niggas in these streets, like niggas up. But keep the conversation and the mindset and the results to get to that God tier level. And that's my introduction to where it starts at. It starts when you get to that Omega level. Like in Marvel, they talk about the Omega level mutants and the Omega level powers in Marvel or whatever, in the comic book world. And I'm using them because they're the only places I can that are really like speaking specific to the science. Start talking about the God religion, which is discipline and universal law, universal order, and stuff like that. So I'll let these kids talk about what they talk about. The only two levels I care about is Omega and Theta, Theta. I don't care about Alpha. I don't care about Beta. I don't care about Sigma. Y'all got all that bullshit, that low class, low quality garbage. I don't care about none of that. That's for dogs. I don't care about none of that. Alpha just means first. What the fuck does Beta mean? What do it mean? After or some shit like that? I forgot the fuck. What does it mean? Yeah, that's from 18. I know it's Aleph, A-L E-F, and then Beta is Beth, B-E-T-H. Each one of these letters have a meaning. Each one of these letters are a word. People don't know that. Sigma, I forgot what Sigma means. We'll go through it. We'll just go through the Greek alphabet and see what these words actually mean. Because each one of these letters, like I said, are words. I care about none of that. Theta means sleep or death. Like Theta, Thetos, or Thanos. Thanos means death. And then Omega means great. That's what Omega actually means. So they say Alpha and Omega. They keep saying Omega mean last. Omega don't mean last. It means great. The first and the great. That's what Alpha and Omega means. First and the great. From the beginning, first to the end, which is greatness. They don't understand that. So you gotta get to Omega level. That's why you see in they always put the real shit as the bad guy. In DC Comics, they got Darkseid. And they call Darkseid, he got the Omega symbol on him. And you on the Zodiac, the best fucking sign, Libra, got the Omega symbol on it. You know what I'm saying? Let's be the judge and the jury. And Darkseid is usually being the judge and the jury of everything. So yeah, I think I'll be talking about etymology for no reason. I'm trying to get you here to the God tier. Like I said, when we get monetized, we gotta move the conversation. Gotta get up here. Let's see. Quantum says how to let y'all know I'll be actually we know. Yeah, so hashtag God tier, hashtag undefeated. Y'all alpha males are inferior. Y'all sigma males are inferior. We got the Omega level over here. And that God tier level. And if you fancy yourself a god, I'm here. know what I mean? My God, what? My God, Thanos. Actually, I think I should play it. Let me find that clip. It's been so damn long. I don't want none of my clips at. I don't even be in here no more. My shit at. I gotta fucking find it. Oh, here you go. Oh no, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Hold up, I gotta find it. It's a motherfucking clip I used to play in the beginning, but I don't know where it is no more because. Oh, here you go.
In all my years of conquest, violence, slaughter, it was never personal. But I'll tell you now, what I'm about to do to your stubborn, annoying little planet. I'm gonna enjoy it. Very, very much.
Different level. You won't see nobody like me for like 12 other years. You see what they do all the time. I'm different level. You crazy? You can't even coach my type of style. They style is regular. I gave him crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. And then look, and the dudes you kept getting all this love to, crazy work. Crazy work. Don't ever try me. Ever.
Let me go.
This sounds so easy. It's like some man. He's tripping. Hold on, let me ask you a question. Check his drink. He's tripping.
Boom, the world class.
I want to tell you, this shit look like baked roaches. Like, what the fuck is this? Jesus Christ. Shit. Oh my God, no. I should turn this into a drag session, but that's not. So welcome to God Tier. For the initiated, for the people that love spirituality, I have a amazing breakdown coming up. I need to do it with my sister. Shout out to Kay. Give you that God Tier science. I think Genesis 1, Genesis 2, when you really slow down and break that shit down, man, it's one of the dopest shit ever written. There's so many answers in Genesis 1, Genesis 2. I don't even look at the rest of the book. I ain't gonna say George. All the damn answers is in Genesis 1, Genesis 2. So much shit in it is crazy. But you gotta know the science. You gotta be initiated. So yeah. Show y'all some stuff. Show y'all a thing or two. A thing or 2 or 4 or 5, 6, 7, one arm. One arm, both arm. Oh damn, I still had John Morant shit up. Yeah, man, Genesis 1, man, it's just when you know how to approach it, it's crazy, man. Science is crazy. So the religion of the gods is universal law and order. It's like I said, God only means to invoke, invocation, libation, right? So when you look at Genesis, don't they talk about what? Separation of the waters. That shit dope. It's just dope. I don't know what to tell you. I will do this. I'm just gonna quietly, right? I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring up the worst version on life, which is King James, right? I'm just gonna silently just kind of point out a couple of things. I don't. Okay, yeah. Well, let's just put it right here. All right, so let's just do this. Whoever in chat right now, you about to get some free stuff. All right, let me put the. they're here. Look at this. It's not as entertaining as it's going to be informative. It's like a little thing. Like, I wish they had. I don't know if they had. They might have it on this website. See that? Okay, cool. Yes, this is what I want. Bam. Okay, you gotta be. I'm not logging in. Get the fuck out of here. Right. So God created. Spirit of God. Okay, they're gonna do that every time. Okay, God said. I think they are gonna do that shit every time. Yes. Okay, fuck you, son of a bitch. God saw. This is annoying. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. God divided. Right. God called. All right. Just look. God created, Spirit of God. God said. God saw. God divided. God called. God said again. This is heavily annoying. God made. God called. God said. This is important too, but that's for another day. You see the theme? See what I'm doing? So look at this, right? It's like cheating when you know what to look for. It's just like life is easy. It's not until the 10th one that God does two things at once. In one, what would this be called? A verse, right? So two things, all of these is one thing. God created, Spirit of God or something. Because you're not just pointing out, you're just seeing what. It's like a. You ever seen those movies where they just like they have that newspaper and it's like breaking down shit? You see Red? You see what I'm saying? It's just it's not. It's public education. I don't be talking about etymology, parse, and syntax for no reason. It's right in your face. This stuff has nothing to do with none of the things you associate your religion. It's just right here in front of you. But the 10th one, this is important. I'm actually gonna highlight that. Let's just put that too. See, it's the first one. You think it's by accident because you don't know how powerful 10 is. But if I should put the link to the live that I did on in the video I did on the law of diminishing intent, where I broke down what 10 means. So 10 is the first time you see 2. God called and God saw. And what's the point of them telling you that? So again, God saw. This is just one of the things that you look for and you highlight. And you look at where it's happening at 12. God saw. It's when you see this, it's like in real life, it's scary as fuck how accurate this shit is. And like, oh, the Bible's been rewritten. It doesn't make it. It's not about that. It's not about the translation and transliteration. It's about something else. God made. Because what did I say? The religion of the gods is universal law and order. So not only getting the law, because law means to set, and then order means, you know what order means. It's like systems. It's a setup. You see the order in which God is doing stuff. God created, Spirit of God. So it just means God created the Spirit of God. That's what that means. God created Spirit of God, and God said that God saw, God divided, God called, and God said, God made, God called. And God said, God called, and God saw, God said. But you forgetting that I told you what God means. So when it says God means to invoke, you invoke creation. Libation for creation. Libation, the spirit of libation. Libation said, so the libation, and see what is actually happens in the fourth. I'm sorry, having right here. Damn, I ain't highlight that. 4 is a fundamental number. 10 is a fundamental number. 12 is a fundamental number. 13. And I'm sorry, 11. I didn't say it. 11. 11 is a fundamental number. Then where's that again? I'm sorry. So God saw. Again. God said. Now, obviously, the stuff in between is important, but it's it's just like firmament of the heavens. Stop. Then you will put like a line here. If I could adjust it, I will put like this type of dividing line between here. You learn how to syntax it. First thing you got to do is syntax, because really what I'm doing is syntaxing. Syntaxing. Actually, I'm Godding. G-O-D-D. And God created. It's just the illest shit ever. This shit's so fucking. It's just wicked. This is true. Which was not witchcraft. This is true divine science. You know, like once I do it and I go over it, like I can't stop at this point. I should have been stopped. Once I do it and I go over it, you can be like, yo, what the fuck is this? And who the fuck is this nigga? I don't know. All I do is be honest. Seeing this, so you get on the 23rd verse. It's telling you what day it is. That shit is important. So that's the thing I'm gonna do. So I won't have to keep doing this. I'll just color code them. Then you'll be able to see the same shit that I see, and the same shit that the initiated see. We don't look at this as the same. Each one of these numbers means something. This means something. This means something. This shit means something, but it don't mean shit to me. Because this is not King James Kingdom. I don't want no. I'm fine. This is cool. Never mind. I don't want it anymore. Stop. There we go. That means something. The amount of numbers in this book means something. 31 means something. You think it's a mystery that it's Genesis, right? Never mind. That's for another day. God created. Again, God made. This is fun. God said. God saw too. In other versions, they're not always God. It says then some of them say then the Lord God. That's why I said the King James version is the worst one. It's because it's the worst translation. This is a thing. Really? More so than this. Image of God, created he, him. Like, so I usually, when I first started reading the Bible, I always started at verse 27. Because it brought me, they would talk about Adam and Eve, right? So I'm like, okay, Adam and Eve. So who the fuck is these people right here? So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he, him. Male and female created he, them. So who the fuck are these people? If we don't see Adam to Genesis 2, who is these motherfuckers? This is how you know that you need to have a little bit more skills, right? Than just the regular shit. Actually, I can't. I can't do it. It's this whole thing right here. There we go. You need a little bit more skills. God said. So what happens is with all of these, there's like a number system, a coding system, and then that gives you a certain frequency. It's sick. I just be looking at Christians and Jew and Hebrew Israelites and Catholics like, yo, if y'all knew, if y'all even had a fucking clue what y'all book got, you would stop doing the shit that y'all do and just be scholars and stop doing that goofy shit that y'all be on. But it's not y'all fault. Y'all can actually blame the Masons because these niggas know all the shit. They be keeping it from y'all. That's why I don't like them shits either. Rosicrucians, Shriners, they got the information. Not each and every one of them, obviously. The niggas at the top. See, and this how real scholars look at the Bible. Like people that are initiated. We look at it like this. We don't look at it like a recital. like a Christian or a pastor or a bishop, and God said none of that's not what's happening here. This is codes. All of these are codes. The amount of letters that's in this verse means something. The word verse means something. The 17 means something. The fact that this has a comma means something. All of this stuff means something. Everything means something. It means this is not by accident. They don't do this by accident. They're conveying information to you. In the beginning, in Latin, is in principio. So in is a word, and then this word will be in principio. Principio is in the same family of words as principle. So in principle, God created, which is invocation, created the heavens and the earth. So anything that God did or invocation is to be done in principle. That's the first word. If I had the Latin, let me see if I can read the Latin shit up. Yeah, I'm about to do that right now. Then I'll be done. I'm getting out of here. See, I don't think I'm playing. Where is it at? One thing I don't do is line. This is something you can do yourself and share this tab instead. So you can see this now. I like the new update that StreamYard did. It's way better. So in the beginning. Right? In principio, in principio. I think it's Cipio, actually.
In principio.
In principio. Okay, whatever. So this word is in the same family as principles. So in principle. And you know it's first because PRI means first. Let me see. Let me switch it and let me show you. I don't know if it'll do it on Google's Google Translate. Okay, see? It does. So pre means first. Stuff I've been saying. Like primo and all that. It just means first. Oh shit. I got a caps lock on. And this is what you do. That's how you syntax this shit. It's nasty. It's sick. Like in like the best type of way. So you would get this. You can get a sentence like this. You can do translation first. There's so many different things you can do. It's crazy. Where you can actually decode the shit and you have to break the shit down so you can see what's really going on. You don't know what's going on. You just don't know what words mean. And then you don't know the syntax. You don't know the word order it was put in. All right, so Deus. All right, so Deus. Let's just move God. Let's move God by itself real quick. What is Deus? God's Dio. What do they do with lowercase God? Not a word. Obviously, right? See? Let me see. Let's see if it's what's the other one? What's semigod? I say demigod. See the variations that it has? This shit is extremely important. I'm trying to show you as many as possible. See this? I really was trying to get this right here. I wanted a real word. So you can see day, D-I-E, D-E-I, show you all the variations of God. So when you start seeing it, you know that in regular language, you know that it really means God. And this is just a dramatic word, right? This is the real shit. What's going on, Von Eric? She says you always cross up. Facts. He said he was literally having this conversation. We be on, you be knowing. So yeah, this is the work that goes into real, like when you have people talking all this God stuff, this is the real work. The word of God, the word of God. Well, you need to know words. You really need to know words. You need to understand translation, transliteration, parse, syntax. There's a lot of others. You need to get the knowledge. You need to understand word order, which is parse. sentence structure, which is syntax. So I'm gonna save this. Let me see how many more we gotta go. Okay, yeah, go. Beasts of the earth. Beasts of the earth is important to every beast of the earth. So what? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Created heaven and the earth. And the earth. What does the earth mean? This. So it's like little stuff like this. Let me make it big. Little things like this are extremely important. So you see how you would use your grammar hat. Put your grammar hat on. Is this a capital E? No. It's not. If it's not a capital E, then it's not talking about this planet. This is a common noun. This is a common noun. So it's not talking about the heaven. You know they know what a common noun and a proper noun is because this was capitalized. Does that make sense? And you already know what it's explaining because the first two words is in principle. So the heavens was made in principle and the earth was made in principle. You understand that the moon is earth. But it's not the planet called Earth that we live on. The moon, Jupiter, Uranus, all of those are Earth as well. They have Earth. They qualify for Earth. Get that? So everything is made in principle. So if God is doing this, you should do what God do. So whatever God, before God did anything, God did everything in principle. So this is the coding. We read completely different. This means in principle. This does not mean start. It's not what it looks like. All right. So one day we'll go through and we'll break all of that shit down. I'm gonna do Genesis 1, Genesis 2. And then when you see other people break down the Bible, you're gonna be like, yeah, nah, this shit ain't it. And once you know how to break it down, you're not going to allow people to play with you. I don't think there's too many things in the world that other society don't want me to do than this. Another guy broke down shit like that, but he was a little crazy. And this, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is dope. Like, you go through all of these verses, and then this is the 6th day. I'm gonna highlight that because I don't want to have to do that again. Let's find all the days. 6th day. Make all the days green. All right, light. Got to speed read through this. 2nd day right here. So where's the 1st day? If this is the 2nd day, and God called the firmament heaven. So this is how you know I'm not making it up. Now they know how to capitalize the age. So this is a proper noun, right? So it was made in principle here. Simple shit. It's not rocket science. So this is the 1st day, right? And you know it's the 1st day because it's capitalized. Well, this is the 1st day, day and night. So this is the 1st day up here. It's day 1. Shout out to my day 1s. On day 2. That's a whole nother conversation. All right, so day 2, so we got day 1, which is here and here. That's the 1st day. And what did I tell you? That the 1st day was broke up into 50, day and night. So then we got day 2. So where's day 3? I know some of the Bible heads know. It's verse 10. I don't know. I take my time. I don't even commit to shit to memory. I just train on how to read. I don't commit anything to memory no more. Only thing I know how to remember is how to read. So I do the same process every time, so I don't get lazy. So the 3rd, this is the 4th day. So what the fuck is the 3rd day? That's why I hate the King James Version, because I don't know what to expect, because I don't read this shit. I hate the King James Version, because I don't like King James. You know, the crazy shit about King James is that, never mind, I'm not going to get into that. It's another time. I don't have time for that. It's just stressful. All right, where we at? 3rd day. All right, I don't feel like doing this. Oh, there you go, 3rd day. In the evening, that's when the day, evening, and so, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the evening and morning. So if this is the evening and this is the morning, What the fuck is this? What's day and night? You know what I'm saying? Like, you would get confused if you looked at it any other way than with the way I'm showing you right now. Because you don't understand the syntax it was written in. You don't understand the word order or the code it was written in. So day 3 is evening and night, evening and morning. And then obviously, what came first? The evening was made first. Y'all about to make me stop preaching then. And then the morning came. And morning don't mean morning. Morning means morning. It don't mean double morning. That one has a U in it. Just don't have a U in it. Vowels mean stuff. So take it for somebody to know that etymology. Morning don't mean morning. So you don't have to be saying grand rising and all of that. You don't have to. You can. It's fine. It's not bad to say that. But you don't have to. Morning don't mean morning. And then the enunciation is the same word, but intention is everything. So you don't. It's not a bad word. I know the conscious community do that a lot. That shit's wrong. It don't mean that. It is what it is. Just like there's a word more, M-O-O-R, and then there's a word more, M-O-R-E. Same word, same sound, different words. So that's the third day. I said I was about to stop, and I'm fucking still doing it. This is why I don't do the scholarly stuff, because I'd be fucking stuck for years. Like I start and then I don't stop for years. Like, because it's so fun. It's like, yo, they just giving you information. It's like a bank. This is like a free bank to me. They just giving me information. I'm literally using something I learned from this verse right now in life, because it's in here. So I'm like, this is exciting for me, because like if I find something else, I'm be dangerous. See what I'm saying? So you gotta take your time. You gotta take your time and just process it. You really gotta code it. Quantum says, I actually enjoy the coding of the book. I like knowing stuff other people don't. Yeah, it's fun. This shit is fun. Because I got regular ghetto music playing. I'm doing real spirituality and real religion right now. When I say I'm a consecrated and appointed missionary, I mean that. I'm actually qualified to do what I'm doing in real life. And I share my sources. Etymology. Sources is fucking literacy. Learning how to read, irrespective of the source. So you're not dependent on nothing. There's nobody else. Actually, they was referring to a lot of different yeah, so that's all the days is covered. So we're not even at the 7th day yet, right? You don't get to the 7th day until Genesis 2. So would it be safe to say, right, 31 verses, that Genesis 1 equals 31 verses in 6 days? Genesis 1 was created, and why am I saying 31 verses? Because 31 means something, and verse is really verse. Let me see, put it in Latin. Let me put it in what's the name? So he can say it. Actually, it's not a fucking good thing either. Yeah, this one sucks. If I put the I could probably bring the video up. I think I'm gonna bring a video up that I got on a guy explaining Latin. The V sound in Latin is a W. It's not a E. I mean, it's not a V sound. And what's crazy is that the word verse means spring, to spring. Not the word verse, but when you break these two, you separate these two. Like if you put a gap in them, that means to spring. That means self. To spring self. Because if I flip it, right? Thank you. Spring itself. There we go. I'm not making nothing up. You want this website? I'll give you this website too. I'm not making up anything. Your pastor, ain't no pastor, imam, bishop, rabbi. Nobody is showing no people this stuff for free. Nobody's doing that. See what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I gotta show y'all. Damn, my bad. My bad. I gotta actually show y'all. I forgot. I'm new to this update. So here you go. Verse. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do everything I did again because I did it out of screen. So like I said, a verse, right? It's supposed to be versum.
Versum.
Yeah, he's saying it. Okay, I can hear him. I can hear him over the music. He's saying versum. I'll show you again. I'm gonna do it again. Actually take the music off so you can hear it clearly. Yeah, he's saying it. The freaking what's his name? The AI voice or whatever, program voice.
Versum.
Versum, right? So if I flip it, like I said, if I put a space, this word ver, because I break down to the phonics, I'll go to the Latin dictionary and I'll break the phonics down. I mean, each part of speech, each part of the word down. So this means to spring, and this means self. So if I, like I said, if I switch this to where I'm going from Latin to English, it means spring itself. That's what a verse is. What to say? A verse springs it's to spring yourself, springs you. So 31 springs is what? Could we equate that to 31 years? Does it take 31 years to understand Genesis? 31 years is 6 days. What is a day? Which day is it? Is it a lowercase day or uppercase day? See all these questions you have? With the dumb music and the singing and all that other goofy shit is distracting you from real shit, real questions. I didn't make up any of this. Verse that we read in the Bible means to spring itself. Go ask your pastor why he didn't tell you that. Go ask your bishop why he didn't tell you that. Go ask your rabbi why he didn't tell you that. What's the Catholic shit? What's the fuck that shit name? I don't even know what that shit is. Go ask the motherfuckers why they didn't tell you that. Each one of those verses helps you spring yourself, spring itself. You are reading a verse to do what? That's the purpose of it. That's what the word actually means. I'm not saying it for no reason. Phonics. It's hidden until you know what to look for. Right there in front of your face.
Spring itself.
I've been saying this for months. I'm sorry, years. So let me see what chapter means. Because a chapter is like a surah in the Quran. So a surah means to set. Last I checked, my Arabic translation is not nowhere close to good as that, the Latin. Books, writing, written documents, beach. Why the fuck was it called a beach? Birch, ash, respectively. Library. I know y'all can't see this. I'm just skimming through this. That is a fact. They took an oath not to tell. That's a fucking fact. That's exactly why. That's precisely why. So you know real shit. You're learning real shit. Not the fucking goofy, I'm this, and just keep randomly saying stuff you don't know you don't even know what you're talking about. People just acting like they know what God, you don't know what you're talking about. You're not going through this, you have no idea what any religion is. You just stay there saying stuff just to be saying stuff. And I'm saying that for myself. Let me put the facts up for you. Right? So God as a noun, also God, capital G, lowercase g, Old English, supreme being, deity, right? The Christian God, image of God, God-like person, Proto-Germanic, Guthan, Old Norse, Old High German, Gott, G-O-T-T, so this word is also God. Don't be confused by this part. Okay, we get into it. Old Norse, Gothic, that's a weird look. I don't even know what that is. Or this. I don't like Germanic languages. Which is you see what I'm saying? They give you all of this and then they invalidate it, which is of uncertain origin. They say perhaps from power. This is what they know it means. You know, in pre-Indo-European, which is pa, is from the word gehut, that which is invoked. So you know what the word really means. It don't mean this. They know what this word means. Because there's no reason to say perhaps, because you have confidence in this. So you see how I'm taking the same approach to etymology as I just did to the Bible? I'm syntaxing it. Pre-Indo-European, right? Good. That which is invoked. So if we go back to God created, God invoked creation. In Genesis 1, it is telling you that God created creation. From the source Old Church Slavonic zovo, to call. To call. That means something was already there. God called creation. From the Sanskrit, you can always trust Sanskrit, huta. So if you wanted to hide the word God, you can just say huta. Right? I could say huta tir if I wanted to. I ain't trying to be cute. Invoked. Past tense, invoked. God is something that is what? Invoked. That's why I said God created creation, because God is something that's already invoked. Now it's invoking something what? That's already invoked to something that's new. That is what Genesis 1 verse 1 is explaining. Which we know verse means to spring itself, right? From the root, I think it's Gael, Gahu, whatever. I don't know how to say that. To call, invoke. So this is the foundational meaning from the Sanskrit here. This is a source. The notion could be divine entity summoned to a sacrifice. It's a deposit. In financial terms, it would be a deposit. A sacrifice and a deposit is the same thing. So if I deposit money, I don't have it out here in the physical realm. It's the same thing. You can easily take Genesis 1 to financial principles and lose your mind. Von Erich says, why they don't have anything in Coptic or G's African language? Wondering. It's a good question. Coptic is super old. Super old. Yeah, Sanskrit, super galactic old. Definitely trust that Sanskrit. That's that old language. Lady Nevo, what's going on, sweetie? Yeah, so this is the type of stuff we're gonna get into dealing with this God tier level. I love Genesis 1. It's so educational. It's like one of the greatest things I've ever written because there's so much information in it. And I would love to have had competence in those old languages so I could truly know what's going on. But it's not a problem. I mean, there's a lot of scholars out. There's a lot of information out, and I know at this pace, I'll be able to catch up. But I want to do the best I can to bring people up to speed on what's going on, update people on what we really know already, why we know what we know. We have the sources here. Let me bring this. Okay, here we go. I'll make sure I put them in the chat. Because I mean what I say by God tier. Because like we say in the More Sound Simple of America, man is not the body or the soul, man is the spirit. So you can only upgrade yourself by developing your mind, developing the way you think, changing the way you live by basically changing the way you breathe. Yeah, it's a lot of layers to it. But we only going through the layers to find something specific. We're not trying to get lost in the layers. You know what I'm saying? I had to go deep because there was a lot to me that I needed to fix. You know what I'm saying? That was it. I had to find a way to be human because I come from very non-human people. You know what I mean? And once you find you leave. I found I'm a day 2. Some people may be a day 7. Some people may be a day 6. Some people may be a day 5. It all depends. You know what I'm saying? You just find out and you keep pushing. But I'm not going to be just... So when I say what I say, you see it in front of you. It's right there. I'm not making it up. These white people shit. That's what they said. This is the information they giving up. So when I go here, I can't be played with. I know what to look for. You can't hide from, and you can't hide things from people that know what to look for. So let. Verse 14 says, and God said, let there be light. Let there be light. Let is extremely important. We know grammar, right? We understand our parts of speech. Do you see that let is capitalized? Let there be. So it's talking about, it's a proper noun now, isn't it? Because it's capitalized. So is this an action? No. So let there be is telling you that Let be there. Let is already there. Lights in the firmament. So where's the light? In the firmament. Of what? The heavens. To do what? To divide. What from what? Day from night. These are instructions. We know that I'm right because you see let here capitalized, and then there's let not capitalized. So this is a verb. This is a proper noun. This is a being right here. This is a consciousness. Let's make this blue. Right? Let them what? Night and day be for signs. What is night and day for? Or what is night and day for? They're for signs. They're for seasons. They're for days and years. That is what they are for. When purpose is not known, misuse is inevitable. They are for signs. That's what day and night is for. That's why that's why the light was in the heavens. So the dopest shit that you're gonna learn is start to read it from right to left. It just gives you information. You see how I did that? Light is something, let is something that be there. Read it from right to left. Sick shit. It's like cheating. It's just cheating. I am the person that comes with all the answers to the prop to the course for the year. Telling you shit. It's just giving you information. It's not all of them stupid songs and feelings and all. It's just pure clarity. This 14 gives you pure clarity. So when it comes to light, I know let. You did research on let, you will find out somebody. You will find a deity as distinguished from the verb. And it's not saying create. We know this chapter knows to create because it's here. So why would it say let? I mean, it's something that already operates, something that's already a presence there. So just remove it. So you had it. That means that there was a buildup. And this being right here is responsible for managing the buildup. Being, you don't got to be a person. You don't got to make a face, but there's some force of consciousness that's there. That's responsible for what? For the lights. And put it in the firmament. Stop. Of heaven. I'm sorry. Of the heaven. Not heavens. Of the heavens to what? To divide day from night. The purpose of doing it is to let them be for signs. Dope. Why would I stop at 14? Because 14 is 2 sevens. So so this would be a relationship. So these two have something to do with each other, wouldn't it? And the firmament divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters. So we're dividing waters from waters in 7, and in 14 we dividing the day from night. Think that's a coincidence? It's by accident? Never looked at this shit like this, huh? I walk around arrogant and like I got some shit, man. I'm telling you, man. This shit is dope, man. This shit is the answer to a lot of fucking misunderstandings. When you understand how much attention and attentiveness went into creation, and clarity and specificity and order, when you start GODDING, when you start guarding things in yourself in this manner and just going, look, I don't got to recreate the wheel. I can just take what God did and implement it in my own self. I don't have to recreate the wheel. This is my inheritance. So you can be clear that I'm not on some new age shit. I'm on the shit that's been on it. So how old is Genesis? Genesis or the Bible? I'm not vegan because it was a fad. I'm vegan because it says in 29, and God said. So if God is my parent, God said, what does that mean? What is behold? It's capitalized, isn't it? So this is a proper noun, right? Person, place, or thing. I have given you every herb bearing seed. If I was given something, don't I owe? What was I given? Every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. What does this say? To you it shall be for meat. This is why I'm vegan. It wasn't because of Dr. Sabi. It wasn't because of research. I read this and I said, how the fuck am I going to be able to do what this obviously it just told me? Fruit don't just mean what we call fruit, how this nutritional guide defines fruit. Anything that's produced that had what? Tree yielding seed. Tree yielding seed is something that can grow from a seed. They just has it as tree. This is one of the mistranslations of tree. You'll if you go through the translations, you'll find it's one of the words that gets. It could be bush. You know what I'm saying? Because you're coming from essentially you're coming from, I think, even older than Coptic. So Aramaic and stuff like that. So this is one of those variable words that can kind of get you confused. But obviously something that has a seed, the fruit from that being the produce, or we call it produce, to you it shall be for meat. So it means to be vegan. So if I'm going to follow any God and the Quran doesn't contradict the Bible in terms of it exists to undermine the Bible, there's some distinguishable things, I would say. I don't think they live in contradiction to each other. I know what meat is. Meat is not flesh. This is why. So I'm not making up stuff. I'm doing what God said do. Why are you vegan? Because God said. So is this a command, or is that a person? And is that a difference? A difference, I should say. See what I'm saying? I could literally, like, you listening to me right now? If I was to teach, and herbs too. If I was to teach, it would probably, probably like 50, 60 hours minimum on just Genesis 1. Well, I don't even know I haven't spent this much time. I spent this much time on Genesis 2. There's so much stuff in here, it's crazy. This is the craziest shit I've ever read in my life. I've syntaxed a lot of things. It's so much shit in here that doesn't make any sense. This is the worst version. Absolutely the worst version. I wonder if they got the red letter Bible in here. I like the red letter. No, they don't. Okay, they don't have it here. I never looked. One of my brothers, Winston Parks Bay, he taught me out of the. He said that was the best version. But I go, yeah, I will stick with this one. There's just so much stuff in here. It's crazy. It was structured. You will learn. Your brain will get structured. Your thinking will just be freaking structured. You just be structured. And my mind is so structured, so foundational and fundamental. It's mind-boggling. It's because it is. And these skills to learn to look at it like that. One of the guys, like, if you want this and don't gotta wait on me, one of the people that break the Bible down at a ridiculously high level, you're gonna get some stuff you probably don't want, but his ability to break it down is Dr. York. Now, all the other stuff he got going on in his life, whatever. But the way he break the Bible down on nobody, I've never seen nobody break the Bible down like that. We break it down. Me and Kay break it down a little different, a little updated in our research. We deal with much more updated research and what we know than what he was working with before he went to prison for the child molestation accusations. I haven't confirmed whether he did it or not. But I still don't fuck with him. Period. You know, that's how I be. So little stuff like this. If you go and look at the Bible, you will look at it completely different now that I pointed out these little things. Little things like this. It's beautiful. Be fruitful. Be capitalized. It's beautiful. You'll look at it completely different. You'll look at everything completely different. You start to say, even though I don't like the King James Version, the people that translate it put a lot of care into what they did. That's the other thing I don't like about I hate religion. Religion, the Bible is this. The Bible has never got off the table and kicked you in the leg. The Bible ain't do nothing to you. And even a trash version like this gives you beautiful information. They took a lot of time and put a lot of care in processing this information for you. Although it's the most tainted, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad where you need to run from it and get away. Even the same Tannic Bible, that shit got a lot of care in it. So you said you got some material from Dr. Hill. Yeah, he breaks the shit down at a really, really high level. Like he's definitely initiated on a multiple schools of thought. It's just so much stuff in here. With each one of these is like each one of these verses minimum 2-3 hours. So much stuff in here don't make any sense. And there's stuff that I'm not a big numerology person, but there's so much numerology in this. It's mind-boggling, bro. There's so much stuff in this. It's crazy. So I'm not big on numerology like that, but I know each one of the words. Now y'all know, right? Now y'all initiated. Each one of these is a verse, which is what help you spring itself. So it's telling you a verse springs itself. So it says that each one of these can hold their own. So trying to use this like a recital and just repeating it like the Hebrews like it goes, that's not the point. You need to really master this. And then master this. Or become adept. I should say adept. Master is too much pressure. Be adept at this. And if it's low, I can't do lower than adept. Be adept at this. In your understanding and your application. Yes, you can apply each and every one of them. Each or every one of them is an action. Be adept at this. Let there be light. See what I'm saying? See how they did it again? Let there be light, and there was light. So was there a debate here? No. So if it's time to let there be light and somebody's debating, what are you supposed to do? Well, I'm doing it because God said. Fuck God. Oh, I'm gone. You got it. You got it. I'm in the wrong place. Or you in the wrong place. You right. Whatever you say, you right in your world. Cause I gotta go to my world. I'm good. And then you know what's dope? This is one of the most. After I say it. After I say it sometime. This little stuff right here. When I tell you, it's the most humbling piece of words I've ever seen in my life that really helped me calm down and get myself together. This stuff that's highlighted right here. There's nothing in life, I was homeless before. There's nothing in life that humbled the fuck out of me other than this stuff that's highlighted right there in front of your face. It helped me check this shit. It's helping me check myself right now. Verse 3, and God said, let there be light. So let was already amazing, was already invoked, be, and then there will be, right? So that takes a lot of stress. All I got to do is put what's already there. So that was the first reliever. That relieved like 50% of the stress. Then this is what humbled me. And it's always a good word. That means addition. That means plus. So these things you will want to highlight that and means something. And. These are important. It's not starting with and for no reason. They say you're not supposed to start a sentence with and. You're going to read this and you're going to find out why they're saying that and whether that's true or not. So God let there be light and there was light. And then this is what happened after God let the light come. God saw the light. So he let something happen and he looked at it. That it was good. And then God divided, just this part though, I'm just finishing it off. And then God divided the light from darkness. So if you let something exist or you created something, right? You created it because you created it up here. So I know you created it down here. This is just the product, the finished product. You created it and then you run it through the process thorough. You God now. You're letting things be that you already created. Ain't that a bitch? But you God and you doing it. Who the fuck am I not to? So if you just let shit be, and then there was what you wanted it to be. Here's the next shit. And then God saw it, then you actually going to check the shit that you made already. and you God. And then you qualified it. You saw the light that it was good, and then you qualified it. So you God, you make something and you check behind yourself. What? Wait, man, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Bang, 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 bang.
Who the fuck am I not to? Who the fuck am I not to? Exactly, Quantum. Law of correspondence. You God, you made it up and you following your rules. Oh, is it, Vaughn says Zion Lex breaks down numerology pretty good. Okay, I'll definitely check that out. I definitely check that out. I'm not the big numerology guy. I love numbers though. I love the correspondence though. That's my favorite law in the world, in the universe. Law of correspondence. It's the dopest law in the world. So this is one of the most humbling things. Now this is something that I know is just for me. I needed to know this. This may not be your thing. Your thing could be down here. But you're somewhere in here. And it may not be your biggest thing. And then your biggest thing could be in John. That's my other than this, the other book I love the most is John 1 verse 1. My favorite. Absolute favorite. If there's one verse that I love all these verses first, and then after that, after these 31 is that one. Because I know what the John means. But after I seen this, man, it humbled the shit out of me. I'm like, if God, like I'll run 1,000,000 miles an hour. Like that's my thing. I'm a Libra. I do everything extremely fast. I found out that's what we do. We do shit too much. And then we don't even check behind shit. I'm like, if you can be that type of being and you can check behind yourself and then qualify it, then what he did, after I looked at what I created, I found more to it and then gave each part of it its own spot. Like how much? I never put that much thought in shit that I did. Like, have you put this much thought in shit? This is, see, you got to distinguish, right? This is a result. You got to use your mind to think about the process. Think about when you just here. Before this happens, what's keeping you from letting it be there? What's keeping you from knowing that let be there? What's keeping you from knowing that light is there with let and let it be there? All of that. But see, this is just a result. They're telling you what happened. When you're in the process, you got to see what is keeping me from doing it. And I looked at this and I was like, bro, I'm fucking retarded. Like, something's really wrong with me. Like, who the hell am I not to check? Like, yeah, it'll be all right. Definitely a self-check process. Yours could be anywhere. It's one of the most humbling things. I've been homeless before. That cold cement is real. This shit humbled me. Like, you want to create, but you don't want to check nothing. So when I really caught this, and I think I was like 23, 24, that's when I really started to humble myself, and I really started to understand this here. I said, okay. All right. Okay. All right, nigga. Let's do this micromanaging shit that I don't want to do. So it's so much stuff in here. It's crazy, bro. It's just each one of these words means something. I can't emphasize that enough. Long paragraphs like this. My dietary plan is this. And this is a principle. And I use in the book this principle. You'd be surprised at how much power these things have in law. You'd be so freaking surprised. All right. So yeah, we definitely jumped into the God tier level today. A little bit. Just stuck our little pinky toe in there a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a tad, man. Just a little tad, man. Goku will be proud. I'm gonna have to watch some anime after this. All right. I had fun today. I'm about to put my eyes back on this market. I'm gonna tickle my son till he snot. And yeah, I appreciate y'all coming out. Everybody in the replay, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you want to know what this channel is about, It's about operating at a world class level. The world class is a mission statement and a standard. Getting the people that look like me, which is not Goku. Uh, Let me put my face back up there so people can do that. Yeah, it's a lot. I'm a little rusty. Just a tad bit rusty. People that look like me at a world class level where we fell at. We ruled the world. We got decadent, and then we lost our minds. We betrayed each other, and it wasn't a bunch of 5'6" white men that took us. We were fucking 6'9" at average and 7 feet. We fucked each other over. The Moriscos, light-skinned Moors, and all of that fucked each other over. And those Adunga men selling their own people into slavery, et cetera, et cetera. That's the real history. Played the name game, took people out of this shit. So it's to get people to operate back in a world-class level. A little bit what I showed today. Doing what I can. I've been commissioned, indemnified, therefore I have an obligation to respond to initiate the public. I think the only thing that has not happened is the public has not been initiated, and there are no more secrets. I can, but I understand the consequences of telling y'all that gave oath to keep this information from the public. That's on you, but it's not real. They're lying to you. All the information is out. You don't have to give your asshole up. You don't have to kill your unborn child. You don't have to kill the person you love to get world-class knowledge. It's out here. All that shit is fake shit. They're devils. Again, over here you get real religion. You can look at this, the Bible, the Quran, the AYYYYOOOOO, the Dead Sea Scrolls to see what the real principles are. Letting a man fuck you in the ass and run a train on you has nothing to do with divine knowledge. Killing your unborn children has nothing to do with that. Keep shit a bean. All the secrets are out. None of that's real. I don't know what to tell you. Study, show yourself approved. That's all you was actually do. And it's too hard to have to do everything that these ancient books told you to do and let a man fuck you and fuck you in the mouth and all the other fucking crazy shit they got you doing and selling out of people, bombing a village, or just shooting a senator in his head because he's trying to get free energy. Like all this other shit is fake shit. It's not real. So a lot of the public are not initiated, and do the best I can on my end to help. There's a lot of people teaching a lot of good information, but I think I can get down to the basics, rudimentary things to help equip people to improve their thinking at a really, really, really high level. That's what I think I can do. That's what I know I can do. That's what I've been ordered to do. So like I always say, praise be to Allah, honors be unto whom it is due. I'm very thankful. Work every day to be grateful. Thank my parents for bringing me here. Thank my grandparents for everything that they did to allow me to be here. Thank my son for allowing me to be the dad that I am. Every day is a dream come true. It's awesome. I appreciate. I thank Allah, the Most High, Krishna, Elohim, Yahweh Shah, Asa, Set, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh for wisdom, for breathing your air every day. All the ancestors that died to allow me to be here to breathe, to say anything, to do anything. The genes that I inherited from you. We appreciate you. You're not forgotten. I don't care how arrogant and confused this world get. I haven't forgotten. And yeah, that's how we end our prayer. That's prayer. Gratitude. So, I say, man, it ain't but two classes on this planet, never been three. You have a world class or you outclass. And the question is not which class you want to live in. The question is which class are the ones coming behind you deserve for you to die in. On your feet, on your knees. Respect the craft. No.